Hi all and welcome back. The Enhanced Edition update for Echoes of the End just launched, making it perfect timing to jump back in and see what's changed since it originally released. So if you skipped it back in July, this should get you up to speed without wasting your time. Not a lot of people played Echoes of the End when it launched, so if you missed it, real quick, it's a cinematic, linear action adventure from Microbird and Deep Silver. For a AA game, the production value's actually solid. Think Prince of Persia Sands of Time pacing, with some Uncharted-style traversal and light puzzles. Combat leans more toward Jedi Survivor than God of War, swordplay mixed with magic abilities. You play as Ren, a Vestige with ancient powers, on a focused rescue mission to save her brother. It's fully single-player, chapters are handcrafted, and it runs about 14 to 15 hours. No open-world padding, just traversal, combat arenas, and performance-captured cutscenes in a grounded, Iceland-inspired world. It looks great overall, though the animation and cutscenes can look a bit stiff at times. Understandable though, since it's still a AA game at a AA price. At launch, it didn't land great. PC had major performance issues, heavy shader stutter, saving caused hitches, and there was no DLSS support or proper graphics options. Ultra-wide cutscenes broke constantly, and HDR didn't work right on consoles. Combat also felt floaty and sluggish, and the pacing early on dragged with too many puzzles before things really started. So yeah, it had potential, but it was tough to recommend. But credit where it's due, the devs actually stuck with it. A day one patch cleaned up the worst stutters. A few weeks later, HDR support was added across all platforms, shader compilation improved, and combat responsiveness got small tweaks.
Ultra-wide issues were fixed, save stutters reduced, and PC eventually got DLSS multi-frame rendering. Overall performance has improved a lot, and the difference in smoothness is noticeable now. It's still not a heavily optimized game though, so keep that in mind. Then came the Enhanced Edition, the biggest updates so far. It reworks combat across the board. Hits land heavier, parry timing is tighter, and enemy reactions finally look natural. There's now a subtle hit pause effect that makes fights feel way more responsive. Boss encounters were also tuned to make patterns easier to read without losing challenge. The update also introduces a new gear system. You can now unlock 13 outfits, those are cosmetic, and 20 relics that tweak gameplay stats like cooldown speed, health, or ability power. You can equip 2 at a time. It's nothing huge, just some light stat tweaking, but it's a nice addition for an action-focused game. More customization is always better. They also reworked the early pacing. Chapter 1, which used to be slow, now has fewer mandatory puzzles, so you hit the action much faster. And on top of that, they added a ton of quality of life improvements. A chapter select menu, story mode for easier combat, bigger subtitles, UI polish, hint toggles, and refined animations. It's all free if you already own the game. The Enhanced Edition just replaces the old version. By the way, let me know in the comments if you're planning to jump in now. I'm curious how it runs for you. So, where does that leave it now? Honestly, in a much better place. Reviews are already sitting above 70%, and that's even before the Enhanced Edition update. Of course, it's still a shorter, linear, story-first game, but it now runs smoother, plays tighter, and looks more polished than it ever did at launch. The world design and music still carry most of the atmosphere, and if you're into focused single-player adventures like Sands of Time or Tomb Raider, it's definitely something to look at. It's not perfect. Some jank and small hitches are still around. I mean, it's still a AA game, so keep that in mind. But it's much better compared to July. If you do jump in, try to keep the refund window in mind on PC, because optimization, as always, can still vary between setups, even though for me, it's been totally fine. That was it. If you like videos that don't waste your time, please consider liking and subscribing. And let me know if there are any other games you want me to check out the state of since launch. Regardless, thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.